Alright, what's going on, everybody? If you guys know who I am, my name is TreyFab. If you don't, I am a content creator who reacts to different content. I like to react to drama, YouTube, TikTok, bullshit. Just shit to numb your mind, to laugh at, and just watch together. And I also react to basketball, the current NBA news. Sometimes I'll react to basketball content creators. So I drop a video every single day at 3 p.m. So please like, comment, subscribe. I usually don't blow your feed up with notifications. I know that can be annoying, especially if you're not someone who watches me for drama content. You watch me for basketball. So maybe I post a basketball video every other day. So that's about 4 to 5 videos a week. So maybe you just want my basketball content, but you don't like my drama content. I'm not going to blow up your feed, your notification bell with that. Or maybe you like my drama content and you'll care for basketball. Or maybe you're one of those people that like both and wish I blew you up. Or you like both and blowing you up would be annoying because what, you'd get upwards to like 8 notifications, 8 to 10 notifications a week. That'd be a little annoying. I try to post anywhere between 4 to 5 drama and basketball videos a week. So every other day, 3 p.m. Central Time, there will be a video on my channel, either be basketball or drama. Today is drama because I like to go one after the other because we did drama, basketball. Now it's drama again. Tomorrow's basketball, and you guys see the pattern. So let's get this shit started. Today we're going to talk about Patrick CC's video, Tosh.0’ versus Ridiculousness, the beef over a stolen show. So let's start this shit off.
As a friendly competition over 2 similar TV shows escalated quickly when Rob Dyrdek threatened Daniel Tosh. Then again, Tosh joking about Rob being a PDF file was potentially taking things too far.
You want me to apologize? For what? You being a bitch?
The Ridiculousness vs. Tosh.0 beef was surprising because both of these guys are generally well liked, but their polar opposite motivations for creating a comedy clip show was the perfect recipe for disaster. Rob once said, "I try to seize every opportunity I can. I've already filled my bucket list many times over. Business is my passion." Rob's life has been seemingly a never-ending stairway to success, becoming a professional skateboarder as a teenager, starting his own skateboard accessory company, designing a shoe that generated him $300,000 per year in royalties, founding a hip-hop record label, doing magazine covers, wearing iced-out Rolexes, teaming up with his security guard to produce and act in Robin Big, an MTV reality show that stole the hearts of millions of fans around the world, only to follow that up with another banger of a show called Fantasy Factory, which was literally a show about him pursuing new business ventures while messing around with his friends. He even became a stuntman, jumping a speeding car backwards, barrel rolling a Chevy Sonic, and getting mauled by a tiger. Rob documented his exhilarating life, elevating his public persona while leveraging his celebrity status to secure a multi-million-dollar fortune. Daniel Tosh, on the other hand, once said, "Stand-up is the only thing I have ever been good at, and even that depends on who you ask." While Rob
That is fair. Understanding what exactly you're good at and where you'll excel is probably the best route to be successful. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I'm good as far as like commentary, giving my opinion on stuff, giving my opinion on sports. I think I'm very good when it comes to basketball shit. I can give a good, at times unbiased, depends if you see my crash out videos, at times unbiased opinion on stuff I'm talking about and stuff like this, because I feel like I have a lot to say and not just, speak out my ass. I can speak from life experience and shit that I've learned throughout the years. So, knowing what you're good at, that'll help you be successful.
Rob was steamrolling through life, accomplishing everything his heart desired. Daniel Tosh was merely focused on one thing, building a comedic legacy.
I waste so much time in my life. I could have accomplished so much more, but I have no dreams, like real dreams. I sit at home thinking about, how come nobody with a Lamborghini ever pulls up next to me and is like, "Hey man, you want this car?" I'm like, yeah, I do. Yes! I got a Lamborghini today.
Tosh got his start hosting a show called 10's for a local television station called Whammy in Miami, Florida, where Daniel would interview and mock the best-looking guys and girls on South Beach. He moved to Los Angeles in the late 90s and performed short stand-up sets in comedy clubs to slowly build his reputation. In 2001, he got a spot on The Late Show with David Letterman, which helped him become a recognizable face in the comedy scene.
You think it's trendy for young kids in Japan to get tattoos of words written in English?
With that momentum, he was able to book comedy shows around the country, with a majority of those being held at universities. From there, he launched his first special in 2003 on Comedy Central.
That's a game I used to play as a child. The floor is lava. It's when you climb on all the furniture in your house and you couldn't touch the floor. Yeah, you might have called it something completely different, but it meant the same thing. You were poor.
I mean, he ain't lying. He ain't lying, you know. Or hide and seek with your dad, and your dad doesn't go seek. You know?
Yeah, because I remember going, Mom, I would like a Nintendo. And she's like, the floor is lava. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with our house? Why can't we afford carpet? It's called 2 jobs.
Tosh simply focused on mastering his craft for years, working on material to gear up for the release of his second Comedy Central special, Completely Serious.
I was watching the country music channel the other day, and I fell asleep, and I woke up racist.
As we entered 2008, YouTube and Facebook were slowly taking over pop culture, with random hilarious videos going viral every day. Comedy Central brainstormed an idea for a comedy clips show, and Tosh was a master of short, punchy jokes. Combine that with a fearless approach to controversial topics, an immense cult-like following of college kids, and devilish good looks, Comedy Central knew he was their star. Tosh.0 debuted in the summer of 2009 and focused on showcasing viral internet videos, memes, social media content, and trending topics, accompanied by Tosh's satirical commentary and often controversial humor.
So I came up with a list of brand new terms that have absolutely no racial connotation whatsoever. I field tested them with an extremely diverse focus group. Sugar taster.
That's a little offensive.
What do you think sugar taster means?
I don't know. I don't know why you think that he tastes sugar.
Why do you keep calling it a black person?
That's what
They?
The concept of
Unironically called herself. I don't know why you keep calling this guy next to me a sugar taster. It's like, what? I didn't say it to anybody. No, okay, but when it comes to like Tosh.0, I did want to point this out a little earlier, or Daniel Tosh, I should say. I do like how he was able to build his career up, that slow grind, keep doing what you love, even if it doesn't mean success, but you're going to keep going at it until it hits success. That's kind of how I see this YouTube shit. When it comes to YouTube, I really want to start doing videos, like videos. I just don't have time to do so. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to get up, go to work, go to school, go to the gym, go to sleep. That's my shit. I barely have time to hang out with friends. I barely have time to hang out with family. So I'm hoping that this does take off. I'm hoping that you guys like my commentary enough to where it's like, oh shit, I like how this dumbass speaks. He sounds like he knows some things. And I can speak my dumbass to you. But yeah, I hope this pops off enough so people watch my content so I can go ahead and do it more. Do more of this shit. Make it bigger. Make more videos that are more exciting. But until then, I'm going to keep grinding. I'm treating this like a hobby, but I'm putting my work in no matter what. And hopefully it blows up from there. So yeah, I respect someone who's willing to build their shit up from the bottom, get to the top, and just do what they love no matter what the costs. Even if it costs sleep and money, because that's what it's costing for me. But I'm not throwing my life away. I'm still going to work. I'm still going to school. But you best believe I am sacrificing to try to make this work, even if it's something I enjoy. So let's keep going.
This show is not really original. Before Tosh, you had The Soup, hosted by Joel McHale, Web Junk, hosted by Patrice O'Neal, and even YouTuber Ray William Johnson laid the foundation for =3 slightly before Tosh. Now, most clip shows rely on the clips themselves to produce the humor, almost removing the need for a host in the first place. And while Tosh did find good content that is funny, shocking, or absurd on its own, more often than not, it was his jokes and commentary that actually made the clips funnier.
Seems you guys finally pushed the foremost authority on style past his breaking point.
This video is for all you stupid f***ing trolls and haters online, saying mean and hurtful things about fedoras.
You're not the only cool guy whose hat game has been mocked.
You wish you could pull off a cloche. You imbeciles know nothing of this hat.
But what made Tosh.0 stand out from all the rest was the iconic web redemption segment he would do at the end of every episode. Tosh would invite one of the individuals who became viral for embarrassing or cringeworthy moments on the show for a chance to redeem themselves. He would interview them with his signature sarcastic humor and allow them to share more details behind the viral clip, then finalizing the bit with a reenactment of their viral moment with an absurd or comedic twist. He brought on classic internet stars like Welvin D's Nuts to Great.
You know Malone, right?
Carl?
No, Malone.
No, what's Malone?
Malone.
Oh, long. I got it.
He also brought on pretty much every iconic local news viral sensation: Sweet Brown, the I Like Turtles Kid, and Antoine Dodson.
What do you want people to know about you?
They know I'm openly gay. That's mainly what I want to get out. I don't get
That you're gay? I think people knew that about 1 second into your video.
And even though this was just a clip show, clearly sketch comedy was where Daniel Tosh thrived. The first season of Tosh.0 was a surprise hit and averaged more than 1 million viewers per episode, but then it got even bigger. The second season averaged nearly 2 million total viewers and was the most watched show in its time slot among men 18 to 24 and men 18 to 34.
Daniel Tosh's stand-up comedy, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it flies nowadays. It's extremely edgy. Okay? I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay to it matters who's making the joke, you know? A lot of the jokes he says are extremely edgy. If you don't know, I just suggest go looking it up. I would even react to his comedy on this channel if I knew that it wasn't gonna get fucked. But his comedy is extremely edgy, and he was able to build a good career off of it. And I'm, like I said, I'm happy for the dude. I wonder what the beef is gonna be between him and Rob. Obviously, we're gonna get to that. But yeah, I just want to point out, like, his comedy, extremely edgy. I don't think it works in today's atmosphere, but definitely something I grew up on, and probably people who's watching this grew up on. And if you didn't, like I said, I'd go look into some of his comedy if you want a good laugh, but I'd probably do it alone, or at least not around people you're not sure if they're going to judge you as far as the content you be consuming.
Tosh.0 was absolutely taking over. Little did he know he had some competition on the horizon, as Rob Dyrdek, who was equally loved, was about to launch Ridiculousness, a show that was suspiciously similar to Tosh.0. Even though Ridiculousness premiered 2 years after Tosh.0, Rob claims he actually came up with the idea 4 years prior and even sold it to MTV.
Now I was doing both of them at the same time, so I actually sold them both at the exact same time.
They bought 2 shows from you at one time.
Because originally I read the article like in 2007 of Vinny DiBona's $500 million global syndication of America's Funniest Home Videos, and was like, man, like, I need to make that. I should just make the cool version of America's Funniest Home Videos.
While Tosh.0 was optimized to make people laugh, Ridiculousness was optimized to make money. In 2008 and 2009, Rob spent most of his days filming episodes for Fantasy Factory, and they just took a lot of time. Planning extravagant stunts like jumping a speeding car backwards would take months of planning and preparation. Now, MTV was paying him $125,000 per episode, so a little more effort was worth it, but they only offered to pay him $30,000 per episode for Ridiculousness. So from a business
That is ridiculous. $35,000 an episode? Huh. $35,000 an episode. I can't do nothing with that money. What was that? I think I have $100 in my savings. Anyway, $35,000 an episode. Garbage money. Stupid money.
Business perspective, he wanted to spend as little time working on that show to maximize his revenue.
Just such a nightmare, and I'd be there all day, to where now I shoot 8 of them in under 5 hours, right? So it's a much more highly optimized, efficient machine.
What the $300,000 for 5 hours of work. Chump change. Chump change.
And then for me, it takes very little energy and time to execute it, and it's sort of brand neutral. A lot of people don't even know if I still film them. You know what I mean? They don't even realize I shoot 336 brand new ones every single year, you know.
However, many critics believe that this business model negatively impacts the quality of the show. Ridiculousness is about as basic of a clip show as it gets. Rob hosts alongside Sterling Stilo Bram and Chanel West Coast. They play viral internet videos, often featuring people's outrageous, embarrassing, or downright bizarre antics grouped together in themed segments.
You can get too much air, right? And as someone that spent his whole life flying through the air, there's occasionally you push it too far and you get broken. Yeah. Just like everybody in this category, TMA. Too much air. Got it. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
Okay. Now, if you guys haven't watched Ridiculousness, let's let this play out. Let me...
Man,
that's some rough water to land into.
Man, this is rough altogether. You gotta go.
What are you doing?
Like, about right here, it's time to bail out.
It really is.
Okay,
You
man.
gotta let go. Why are you this high in the air?
Man, and you were about to start going down. You bailed at the wrong time.
There is no scripting and very little rehearsal. Rob essentially goes on set, does a sort of freestyle reaction to whatever he is watching, which usually results in him just laughing or highlighting exactly what the viewer just saw.
Yeah, there's not much going on here as far as reactions go. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I'll have videos, right, where I'm reacting to them, and I will, and this is what I was saying earlier, as far as, like, I'm doing something I love, and hopefully I can get money from it, but I'm gonna keep treating it like a hobby, but I'm still sacrificing and doing shit. Like, as you can see, I'm in the same outfit, and I'll record, like, multiple videos a day myself. I'll try to take time out of my day to make sure you guys can have videos for the entire week. But sometimes I'll have an easy day, right? I'll record 8 to 10 videos, and I'll be done with editing and everything within like 6 hours. I'll be happy. I can go to the gym. I can work out. I can do some extra homework. I have a little bit extra time in my day. But the reason I have the whole day blocked off is because sometimes I'll have a video I reacted to. I looked at it, and it was a very interesting video. There was nothing wrong with it. But my reaction to it was just... I didn't say much. I don't want to do that. I didn't say much. I just watched the video. It would be like this is a 17-minute video. By the end of this, the reaction might end up being like 23 minutes. We're going at 1.25 speed. This won't be my longest quote-unquote reaction video. It'll be like 24 minutes. So that means with 1.25 speed, I probably reacted and yapped your heads off for like 10 to 12 minutes. We'll see what the actual time is at the end of this. So like 10 to 12 minutes of me just yapping, right? But when it comes down to it, I don't want necessarily for it to just be yapping. Like I said, I'm at 1.25 speed. If we finish this video at 17 minutes and then my video is 23 minutes as a whole, I'd actually be okay with that. Because like I said, that's like 10 minutes of me talking, but I feel like that's decent commentary. I added my 2 cents. I didn't just sit here and watch the video. 10 to 12 minutes of me talking added to a 17-minute video, that's pretty good. But where I draw the line is if I'm watching a video, it's 17 minutes long, and the final cut is like 19 minutes. Or the final cut's like 20 minutes. Because even at 1.25 speed, that means I only gave you guys like 5 to 6, maybe even 7 minutes of commentary. Like 10 minutes of commentary to me is like, you know, I'm not timing my commentary. Trust me, I got no timer around me. I just don't want it to be like, oh, I only talked for like 7 minutes. Or 6 minutes, or 5 minutes of me just pausing. That means I didn't do much, you know? So I don't like the reaction where it's just like, oh, this happened. Ho, whoa. Like, I actually, if I'm going to give you commentary, it's going to be honest. I'm not just going to yap your head off for no reason. But I also want to make sure I feel like I'm adding something to the video, because I don't like ripping content from people if I'm not adding shit to it.
What's up, though?
She don't want no siblings.
Man, not only that, but he can't even get up to punish her. She says, ah.
Occasionally, Rob will invite a celebrity guest on who also tends to give a basic raw...
Jesus. Post Malone as... Jesus Christ. He has changed. What the fuck? He looks cleaner. He looks cleaner a little bit, huh? He looks a little cleaner. No? Yeah, look at... looks a little cleaner. Jesus. Where's the picture? A little bit. No? A little bit. A little cleaner. Jesus. And he got more tattoos on his face, too. Holy shit. Alright, let's keep going.
Our reaction to the content. Howie Mandel recalled his experience being on the show.
So I went in, I walked right onto the set. They said roll. I was out of there. It's a half-hour show? Is it? Yep. I think I was out of there in 40 minutes.
Season 1, Episode 1 of Ridiculousness aired on August 29th, 2011 and started off hot, averaging about 2 million viewers per episode. That made it extremely competitive with Tosh.0’s viewership, so he decided to say something. Tosh tweeted, "Congrats, Rob Dyrdek. New show looks very funny and familiar." Dyrdek fired back, "Thank you so much, Daniel Tosh. Maybe later this week, you, Bob Saget, and Tom Bergeron can come down to my factory and play." This sarcastic back and forth between the two seemed harmless, but secretly, Tosh was plotting his revenge on Rob. Shortly after their online exchange, Tosh.0 dedicated an entire web redemption segment to trolling Rob. Tosh interviews his guest, who was a skateboarder that was struck by a vehicle in his viral video, only to find out that they are conducting the interview in Tony Hawk's pool.
Got to. You got to get back up on that rail.
Hey, you kids, how many damn times I got to tell you to quit draining my pool? Now fill it back up or I'm calling the police.
You always been this cranky old man, Hawk?
You kids are wasting your lives. No one's ever made a living riding a skateboard now. Get! Suck it!
Tosh bringing Tony Hawk into a sketch dissing Rob Dyrdek is Drake-level pettiness. Anyways, Tosh brings his guests to a skate park inside of a warehouse called Daniel's Childish Dreams Factory for Young Boys Only, which is quite literally the exact same building as Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, but with the sign covered. Tosh is dressed exactly like Rob, wearing a zip-up hoodie, a flat brim hat cocked sideways, while holding 2 puppies.
Welcome to my Childish Dream Factory for Young Boys Only.
It's a lot like the Fantasy Factory.
No, it doesn't. This is my own original idea that I had years ago before he did. I was just too busy with other projects to see it through. This place is
Okay, this is a direct shot at Rob. I get it. Because Rob said, you know, at the end of the day, I understand why Tosh might be a little salty, because you see someone doing what you're doing, but worse, but getting more money. Because 2 million views per episode, Tosh.0 was big. I don't know if it was that big, though. So 2 million views per episode on a broadcasting network that has more funding, which is MTV. I can see why you could be a little pissed off. Like, oh, okay. So not only are you not, because Tosh needs to put more work into his shit. He doesn't just go up there, react to a video, and he's done. It seems like he goes up there, he does skits, he does sketches, he talks about the video, he goes around and he gives jokes, and he does shit like this. So it seems like he put a lot more effort into his content, and then you have someone else doing similar content, except they're just sitting there, they're not really reacting, they're just laughing at a video they're seeing, or they're pointing at the video and be like, isn't it crazy how that dude landed in the water? And it can be frustrating if you're Tosh, because like, dog, are you fucking kidding me right now? Really? Like, you're gonna do this shit? Just worse. So yeah, I can understand frustration. I wouldn't be this petty. It is what it is. You can't always control what people like and dislike. I mean, one of the biggest fucking YouTubers is XQC. No disrespect to him, okay? Because I'm small. I don't need him coming to me and taking me down. But he is rich as fuck. He lets the video play. He doesn't really say much. You know, there's a whole meme about his chair. There's never going to be a meme about my chair. I don't even know if you guys seen the back of my chair yet. But there's a meme about his chair because he gets up so much during the video and leaves. But he still makes millions of dollars. Why? You know, you never can determine what people like and dislike. As much as people say they dislike him, he still makes a shit ton of views. So obviously, people like him, or maybe people like the content he posts. Who knows? One or the other, who knows? The point is, he's getting the money, just like Rob. Maybe people like the videos more than they liked Rob. It doesn't matter. He got the money. That's all that matters. So I get why it can be a little frustrating.
It's awesome. It's got everything you could ever want if the only thing you ever wanted was to hang out with 12-year-old shirtless boys.
Throughout the sketch, Tosh acts like a creep towards the little boys, even offering them a suspicious beverage with pills in it. At the end, the skateboarder crashes into Tosh's friend, Big Sack, a parody of Rob's best friend, Christopher Big Black Boykin. The sketch is hilarious, but Dyrdek didn't like the idea that his name was being joked about alongside Belia. He tweeted, "The idea of having beef with Daniel Tosh is truly embarrassing. For real. Imagine that. Clip show host beef. But the beef is now very real." Followed by, "I am not a comedian or an actor, so unfortunately for Daniel Tosh, we are going to have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Hashtag see you soon." To which Tosh responded, "Fair enough, but if you have to beat me up, can we film it and put it on my show so people will actually watch it?" As
That's crazy. But yeah, threatening someone with a lawsuit is... I'm pretty sure he was threatening him with a lawsuit. I don't think Rob Dyrdek's like, oh, see you soon, hashtag. I think he was saying, I'm going to threaten you with a lawsuit. But we'll see. Maybe Rob was like, I'm going to jump your ass, but I don't think so.
As if threatening physical violence against Tosh wasn't already the worst possible way to react to being hilariously trolled.
I disagree. I don't... Hold on. Let's go back real quick.
Not a comedian or an actor.
I'm not a comedian or an actor, so unfortunately... Okay, we'll have to settle this the old-fashioned way. I just assumed lawsuit because you're a celebrity. You're not about to jump... Okay, so I guess he was threatening violence. Alright, that's fucking dumb.
Actor. So unfortunately for Daniel Tosh, we are going to have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Hashtag see you soon. To which Tosh responded, "Fair enough, but if you have to beat me up, can we film it and put it on my show so people will actually watch it?" As if threatening physical violence against Tosh wasn't already the worst possible way to react to being hilariously trolled, Tosh absolutely demolished him with that response on Twitter. Rob did not fire back on Twitter, but he did seem a bit agitated.
Tosh, feels like I just watched his show and then decided to do a video show because his show was successful, which is so absurd to me. If I did in fact like look at that and be like, oh, I could do a version of that, which is just so ridiculousness. But I don't know. For whatever reason, he.
That was fucking dumb. That was fucking dumb. Dude, if you're going to talk about the beef you have with someone, maybe don't try to plug your shit at the same time in a cringy way. That was dumb as fuck.
He's really butthurt about it. And the idea, you know, he's like a comedian who writes these skits around all this stuff. I just play videos and just get up there and freestyle. I'm not a comedian, you know. So that's really what it stems from, you know, and why he's so like emotional about my show is beyond me. Like it's really insane.
He even suggested he might still be willing to throw hands.
He got out of pocket, and I got a little out of pocket via Twitter, which you don't do, because if you take something personal, you should probably handle it.
Yeah, I heard you say you're gonna beat him up.
I didn't
Rob,
say that.
you kind of did, dude.
I didn't say that. What we like to say is we're putting that behind us.
We're putting it behind us. So if you guys like run into each other, it'll be all good.
Yeah, who knows? You never know.
It seemed like most people were siding with Tosh, with one fan explaining, Tosh takes shots at everyone, just like South Park does. It's comedy and poking fun at each other. It's part of it. This is not a controversy or beef. It's a comedy skit. Rob's the one who is butthurt. Tosh has never said anything about his feud with Dyrdek after this controversy. However, we do know that he's not one to apologize.
You want me to apologize? For what? You being a bitch?
We recently got insight that he and his team felt some level of disdain towards Dyrdek and Ridiculousness when YouTuber Roman Atwood recalled a story of the Tosh.0 team trying to purchase one of his viral clips.
Tosh.0 was calling, and all these shows were calling that I was like, oh my god, like I've never seen anything like this. You guys were in season 1, I believe. Even sooner than
we call for the video.
Yeah, but what happened was Tosh.0, Tosh wanted it, and they said, this is a true story. He said, yeah, Ridiculous is never going to make it past season 1.
Tosh.0's team could not have been more wrong. Even through the rise of social media and decline of traditional cable TV, Ridiculousness remained a dominant show. Even though the viewership declined during episode premieres, they would air the show anytime, any day, and people would not change the channel. It's easily...
Here's the thing with Ridiculousness. If you know, you know. If you go to MTV at any fucking time back in the day, it would be Ridiculousness, 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 Ridiculous. You know, this would be on like 10 times in a row. No matter what, it would just be Ridiculousness, 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 and then maybe another show, Ridiculousness. So yeah, they played that shit back to back to back, so I'm not shocked that they got numbers.
Easily digestible content. There is no storyline you have to follow, so it doesn't matter what season or episode you're watching. Even if it's 2 a.m. and you don't have any brain capacity to focus, you could still watch it. Hell, you could probably watch the show with the volume muted and it still might be engaging. Around 2018, Ridiculousness occupied about 60% of the network's time slots, sometimes airing for multiple days straight with no breaks. To celebrate MTV's 40th anniversary, which does stand for music television by the way, they aired Ridiculousness for 24 hours straight. Ridiculousness has produced 42 seasons, having over 1,000 episodes, and likely has hundreds, maybe thousands of more episodes to come. The production company Rob Dyrdek built that produced Ridiculousness, called Superjacket, he sold to Thrill One Sports and Entertainment for $190 million.
You know what I mean? Like I just go and like freestyle, like I'm like it for 30 minutes, and it's like, oh, you just did a flawless show where you just made everything up. You know what I mean? It's like it's really just sort of this fun, fast-paced experience, but make no mistake, it is only for the money.
Tosh.0, on the other hand, was canceled by Comedy Central in 2020, but still it thrived for 12 seasons spanning over a decade during the downfall of cable. It's even more impressive that Tosh basically did everything he could to stay anonymous. Tosh rarely had celebrity guests. He hired a team to run his social media for him. He never did interviews. He never did any box office hit movies. He never did major brand sponsorships. He never collaborated on tours with other comedians. He never jumped on podcasts. He never did a roast. All he did was focus on making the best show possible and ultimately letting his comedy speak for itself, and he had a damn good run. It's unlikely that these two men still hold any
That's just so upsetting. Let's let it finish.
animosity towards each other. Rob admitted he overreacted, and it's clear that Tosh was just trolling. Just because Rob made a clip show designed for profit doesn't make him a bad guy, especially considering how brutally honest he is about it. Rob Dyrdek gave his fans high-quality, amazing content for years via Robin Big and Fantasy Factory, so he is well deserving of his success. Tosh is hilarious, and was hilarious until the very end of his show, and him being a great comedian was all his fans ever wanted from him. So in the end, they both won.
I don't think so, because his show got canceled. I think it's extremely frustrating when you have people... He literally said, I did this for the money. It's only the money. And I'm not saying Daniel Tosh didn't also do it for money, right? I'm going to be honest with you guys. If this doesn't produce income in the next, 10 years, I'll stop. 10 years is a long time to do my craft, but how long was Tosh doing comedy before he got money? You know what I mean? So 10 years is a long time. That's a long time of me being up here and uploading video after video. But, after 10 years, at that point, I'm going to be an old head. I'm going to be an unk. I'm going to call it. I'm going to put it in the grave, and I'm going to say, hey, all 69 of you, it'd be fucking crazy if I still have 69 subscribers in 10 years. But I'll be like, all 69 of you, I love you, but this ain't popping. I'm not getting money from this. I'm an old head now. I gotta go be with my family. Okay, this was fun though. I might even tear up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the comments from you guys and you guys stopping in, but I gotta call it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a hard effort. I'm gonna try as much as I can every single day to produce content for you guys. But damn, it's just sad because Tosh really, that's what he did. Tosh tried to produce as much content as possible to make it the best every single show. And he gets canceled while the guy over here that's like, I'm freestyling, you know? I'm freestyling. Ha! That's funny. Whoa! Goofy. And he gets continued. And I'm not going to lie and act like I never watched Ridiculousness. I did. It's just, damn, I didn't know it was like that. It's like, you only care for the check. You don't do this for a hobby. You care for the check. You were getting $35,000 an episode, and you were mad because it was so low. That's why you didn't do it as much as first. But when you got more money, you did it, you know, then you did it. But it is what it is. They both get paid. They're both in good situations, you know. Even though his show got canceled, Daniel Tosh, he still is in a good spot. So good for him. I heard he's got a podcast now. That's his own, so that's good. But that was a good video. I liked it. If you guys like the content, like I said, I post everything from basketball to drama every single day, back to back to back to back to back. So if you like basketball or drama, like, comment, subscribe. You'll enjoy my content. And I hope you guys have a good one, y'all. Peace out. Deuces. Love ya. Talk to you later.